He was called the quietest man in cell block D. But behind that silence hid something far worse than rage. On a foggy Thursday morning, Raymond Dorsey, a convicted murderer serving life without parole, vanished after hijacking a prison bus carrying 10 inmates and 2 guards. What happened over the next 6 hours would leave investigators speechless and the country terrified. This is the story of Raymond Dorsey, the inmate who turned a routine transfer into one of the darkest prison escapes in state history. Chapter 1: The Most Dangerous Passenger. The morning air outside Ridgeway Correctional Facility was heavy and cold. Fog drifted through the steel gates as the prison bus idled, waiting to transport 10 inmates to a higher security unit 2 hours north. Among them sat Raymond Dorsey, a convicted murderer serving life without parole. He had been silent for weeks, his face blank, his eyes hollow. The guards believed he'd accepted his fate. They were wrong. A 3-week nightmare begins. 3 weeks earlier, the prison had noticed strange activity, missing tools, cut wires, and a stolen map from the warden's office. Each time, the blame was placed on someone else. Dorsey was never questioned. He was quiet, cooperative, and polite. But behind his calm stare, he was planning something that would soon make national headlines. A killer with nothing to lose. Raymond had spent the last month memorizing bus routes and guard routines. Every morning, he counted seconds between stops. Every night, he traced the layout of the prison yard in the dirt under his bunk. He knew one thing: he would never die behind bars. His mind sharpened with one chilling thought: freedom or nothing. The guards' critical mistake. On that cold Thursday morning, the guards made a small but fatal mistake. One of them, tired from double shifts, forgot to double lock the rear compartment where tools were stored. Another neglected to check the inmates' restraints after the first security gate. It was routine, too routine, and Raymond knew it. He looked down at the loose cuff on his wrist. The metal clicked slightly. A weak link. A chance. Chapter 2: The Ruckus in the Back. 15 minutes into the trip, the bus rolled along Highway 16, a long stretch surrounded by forest. The hum of the engine covered a faint noise from the rear seats. Then a sharp clang. The guard looked up into the rear mirror but saw only heads bowed low. The noise came again, louder this time. A moment later, the bus jolted as something heavy hit the floor. The driver slowed down, thinking maybe a seat had come loose. But when he glanced back, he froze. One of the inmates was gone from view. The guard stood to check, and that's when the lights went out. Hijacking a prison bus. In the dark, chaos broke loose. Chains rattled. The bus swerved. The driver tried to reach for the radio, but a heavy object struck him from behind. The vehicle veered into the shoulder, metal grinding against the guardrail. When it stopped, only one figure stood: Raymond Dorsey. Blood dripped down his sleeve. One of the guards lay motionless. The keys dangled from his hand. Raymond grabbed them, unlocked his chains, and turned toward the door. He stepped off the bus and vanished into the thick woods without a sound. Vanished into the woods. Helicopters searched for hours that night. Dogs caught a scent but lost it near the riverbank. Tracks showed he had moved fast and barefoot. By morning, only the wrecked bus remained, its door swinging open in the wind. News broke nationwide. Inmate hijacks prison bus, escapes into the forest. But no one knew the truth. He wasn't running away from prison. He was running toward something. Chapter 3: A Knock at the Collins Ranch. 2 nights later, miles away, the Collins family heard a slow, heavy knock on their farmhouse door. Rain poured outside, lightning flashing across the fields. When the sheriff arrived the next morning, the front door was open and muddy footprints led to the barn. Inside, he found a half-eaten meal, a torn prison sleeve, and tire tracks leading west. The stolen white truck. A stolen white pickup was spotted hours later near the state line. It belonged to the Collins family. Inside, officers found a hand-drawn map of Highway 16, marked with an X 20 miles ahead, near the old bridge. Police set up roadblocks, hoping to catch him before he crossed into another county. Final stand on Highway 16. Just before dawn, a trooper saw the white truck idling on the bridge. The headlights flickered through the mist. Backup arrived, but the vehicle was empty. The driver's door hung open, engine still running. A trail of blood led to the railing, where fresh handprints gripped the steel. Below, the river roared, dark, wide, and endless. Search teams combed the banks for days. They found nothing, no body, no footprints, no trace of Raymond Dorsey. How did this happen? Weeks later, the investigation uncovered a final clue. Hidden in the bus wreckage, behind the driver's seat, was a folded photograph, a child's drawing of a small farmhouse and a man standing beside it. On the back, a few words scratched in pencil: "Home before winter." The story of Raymond Dorsey became a ghost tale among prison guards, a name whispered during night shifts. Some say he drowned in the river. Others claim he still roams Highway 16, searching for the place on that drawing. No one truly knows what happened. But every November, when the fog thickens and the woods go silent, truckers swear they see a barefoot man walking along the road, heading north toward the prison he escaped.